Hello everybody, Neto Pimenta from Spark to Finish here in our creative journey just past midnight from Tuesday to Wednesday. It's time for Consistency Wednesday, which of course, if I'm here, I'm being consistent, right? Being consistent with my message, being consistent with my promise, first to myself and then to what I wanted to do here with this video. And it's just a lame way to exemplify and talk about consistency. Really, consistency in the way that I'm talking about here, insofar as a pillar, as an essential key, as one of the creative constants of creativity and the creative pursuit, is about the work you do before the work. What do I mean by that? There's two types of consistency, at least two types, right? It's delivering consistently, but more important, how can you make a habit, a ritual, a process, a practice that precedes you sitting in the chair, picking up the brush, starting the dance, making a sales call, starting your practice, designing the logo, whatever it is that you do, more and more, everywhere in the world, people are realizing that it's not just about efficiency. It's actually less about efficiency and is more about effectiveness, right? Not so much about buckshot, but laser focus on the target being the people that you are here to serve, to deliver on your promise, to engage with, and provide an experience that is always repeatable, insofar as at least the quality of the work. Perhaps always wow, always show something people have never seen before, but do it in a way that is consistency. Right? That is consistent, that people can consistently come back to you to get the same experience. So going back to things that you can do to create the runaway, right? Because before a plane takes off, and once it takes off, it can go every which way, anywhere on all of its trajectory all over Earth. Before it takes off, it's really on a very strict trajectory. It can only go forward at a speed. It doesn't veer left and right until it takes off. That's what I call the work before the work. That's what I call creating rituals and habits and practices that by the time you're up for the work, you are primed to do your best work. So there's also 4 pillars of effective productivity, insofar as I've been able to notice, track, observe, and take note of it. And I want to talk about the 2 that occurs before the actual work. There are 4 of them. There's pruning, priming, prototyping, and producing. Prototyping and producing is about the work. I want to talk about pruning and priming. Pruning being the exact same thing that you do with weeds in a tree. And I mentioned that before in last week's episode, but I want to give specific, right? Let's start with getting very specific with the things that we're talking about here. So pruning, getting rid of toxic relationships. People that make you feel at your best when you're with them, people that gets you to want to be your best and even rise to the occasion, rise to every challenge, people that challenge you to be your best. Those are the type of friends, relatives, family members that you want to keep around. Co-workers, partners, collaborators, those are the people you want to keep around. A challenge, a healthy challenge, is a terrific thing in our lives. because it's not enough to stay at our current state of whatever, of productivity, of profit, and most importantly, of engagement with our work and our audience. It's important to stay and to trace a trajectory. Gosh, I always trip on that one. Trajectory of growth. To always be evolving, or as I like to say, make your ceiling become your floor. Make your ceiling become your floor. And once ceiling is now your floor, there's a new ceiling. Let's go there, to constantly be turning your ceiling into your floor. And the only way you can do that is there's no energy sapping, no energy draining, no energy leaking that is going towards toxic relationships, dead ends, dead branches. Hence the pruning idea, right? Get rid of the bad branches that are not producing any fruit, that are just sapping your energy, so that that energy can go into the branches that is bearing fruit. Go into the relationships that fill you up, light you up, and get you to produce more and challenge you to be your best. Concentrate your energies there. Same thing with habits and rituals. Instead of spending 12 hours binge watching some TV, surfing the net for surfing the net. I really age myself, I'm 40, yes, surfing the net. Looking at social media, cat videos and whatnot for endless hours. Use those hours to go take a walk in the park, just to clear your mind and look at stuff that will bring divergent sources of information and data that you can then mix and match in your mind to create more work that is new and refreshing and innovating. Look at the world through a different set of eyes by putting yourself in situations you've never been to before. Travel to a place you've never been before. Go to a different coffee shop. Take a different route to work, to visit friends, back to your home. Meditate. Take some time for yourself. 5 minutes a day of quiet, just listening to your breath can change your workflow and change your life. Listen to music that puts you in a state of creative flow. All of these are priming, right? We talk about pruning. I transition into priming without mentioning, but all of these are priming, are creating the runaway that allows you to take off. Rituals and habits that fill you up. Get rid of the dead branches and find ways to use your energy towards rituals and habits, people, places, things that fill you up and get into the creative state of flow. Do that consistently, and that will have a tremendous effect in your work. I'm tripping my words all over the place. It is past midnight. I've been working and driving a lot today. Back here, effectiveness. To get to your best, most effective work, and perhaps you won't do it tripping and falling all over the place like I did today. But I am here to deliver consistently on the promise of these daily videos. Stay consistent with your productivity by pruning and priming. Next week on Consistency Wednesday, we'll talk about prototyping and producing, but suffice to say that as we get into connection tomorrow, those will play a big part in it as well. Stay consistent, stay productive, stay prolific, stay creating your best work. Talk to you soon.